What is going on, guys? We are back with some more Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, and we are here today with some news, people. Now, I know probably a couple YouTubers already covered this. I haven't really watched any videos on it as yet, but not going to be talking about Golden Frieza or the new upcoming Dokkan Fest, which is, Golden Frieza, the new cards. Not going to be talking about that. That's probably going to be another video. I want to focus on Dokkan Battlefield in this video here. So, I was of the opinion that we would never see the game mode Dokkan Battlefield return to Dokkan, and I was mistaken, and I'm very happy about it because, for one, there's a couple amazing units that's tied to that specific event because you can only get the medals. Well, there's a new way to get the medals now, but specifically talking about units like LR Gohan, LR Ginyu, they were tied to the event because you can't awaken them without medals. And in the case of LR Ginyu, you need 77 medals to Dokkan awaken him to his LR form. So the medals that are now available in the Bob Shop, by the way, yes, you can buy the medals, the Dokkan Battlefield medals from the Bob Shop, but only, I think, is a cap of about 35 medals. And that allows you to Dokkan awaken, is it 6 units? 6 or 5 units, one of those numbers there. I believe each unit requires, is it 7 medals? Interesting. But you can only awaken certain amount. You can't awaken a wide variety of all the units, so that is the thing about that. So you are quite limited on the amount of medals you can get from the Baba Shop from the the new update that we have in JP. But this announcement here now, the translations are always wonky when you use Google Translate. It's not accurate to what it would be translated if you use an actual translator that knows Japanese to English. So Google's always kind of wonky, but pretty much. It's saying that the medals are now available in the Baba Shop. We just established that. That's a thing. That's going to happen. Awesome. I'm going to take that. It requires 30 of the Incredible Gems for 1 medal. So definitely get to farm, guys. If you're on Global, farm now so when it drops, you can buy them immediately. If you're on JP, you have the new story missions that give you quite a few Incredible Gems, so you can farm them quite easily. So that should be a big issue for you to purchase them if you want to go ahead and purchase them, I would say. You can awaken quite a few good units with them. I'm going to get into the awakening of units so you can know what you can get for your efforts of getting those medals. And as well, they're saying, and I quote, with regard to the virtual Dokkan large melee, which is virtual Dokkan Battlefield, large melee translates to battlefield, so that's just a translation thing there. Is the current during the adjustment. That doesn't make sense, but pretty much telling us they're making adjustments, so that's my interpretation of that. While now we will wait. While now we will wait. Translations. Thank you. With regards to the goods of exchange. Okay, so pretty much they're telling us, while you're waiting, we thank you for your patience, and we are making adjustments so it will make a return. Very interesting. I didn't see this coming, so I'm very excited about that. Now, I want to go into the actual units that you can Dokkan awaken with the Dokkan Battlefield medals. Now, you can awaken some of these units, but there's not enough medals to awaken all these units, unfortunately. The one that's available in the Bob Shop, that is, once the game mode drops again, or once it gets reintroduced to JP, hopefully in a newer fashion, then we can go ahead and farm more medals to then Dokkan awaken more variety of units that we have with the cap. And when the game mode returns, I would imagine they would Dokkan awaken more units from those medals, so we're probably going to have more units added onto the list. But currently, we have LR Gohan, we have LR Ginyu, we have the Super Saiyan 2 Angel AGL Vegeta, who's actually a decent candidate for a Super Saiyan 4 team. Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta 120 team, because he does have Saiyan Pride. I would imagine if he does have Saiyan Pride. And of course, he's a Super Saiyan, so maybe his Dokkan Awaken form has Saiyan Pride. I believe that's the case. Wow. Okay, this Vegeta doesn't have Saiyan Pride. Interesting. Wow. Okay then, interesting. You can awaken Nova Shinron. You can awaken both Android 13s. You can awaken Cooler, the intelligence. Cooler. I was thinking about Kura translations right there. You can awaken Pure Evil Boo STR. You can awaken Spirit Bomb Physical Goku. You can also, I'm looking to reestablish that. So, Gohan, we already established Gohan. He requires 7 medals. So, if you are one of the people who had the great privilege to pull him as an SR and you've had him as a T1 in your box for this entire time, there's actually now medals available in the Ball Shop where you can buy them to then Dokkan awaken him into his LR form. And if you know anything about Gohan, he is the best card in the game by a big margin. That 1 key per orb passive is still way ahead of his time. I think the game is catching up to where that is because we're having some amazing units with amazing passives. For example, the STR Ultimate Gohan providing 50% defense for all super units, plus having 120% attack up on the passive, plus having a medium chance to evade. So we're getting passives that are just disgusting. So I think we're about to catch up to where Gohan's passive would have been. Which is, decent, but he is still disgustingly good by a huge margin above anyone else because the amount of damage she outputs is just. Of course, you have Ginyu. So Ginyu has been a big issue because no one has him in the game. Well, if you didn't mod, if you're a legal, well, if you're a legit player, whatever, you probably don't have him because you didn't have enough time to farm the medals to then Dokkan Awaken to his LR form. But now you can because, well, not now, but when Dokkan Battlefield returns, you should be able to farm enough. I would imagine. It kind of depends how they want to go about it because when Dokkan Battlefield last came around in April, you can only do the event once a day. Once a day. And with that, you can probably get, I want to say, 12,000, points per day. And one of the medals costs 5,000, so you can pretty much get 2 medals a day if you grind, to the best you probably can. Because, of course, if you die in certain stages, then you're going to lose less medals. If you die in, if you get to the last stage, level 20, I believe you get 20,000 points. But that's, way outdated, so that's probably not even a thing when it returns. But anyway, so it's going to be very likely that anyone can Dokkan Awaken him. If they reintroduce it to how it was. So I hope with the introduction of Dokkan Battlefield on JP, I hope they introduce it to where you can do it 5 times a day, 10 times a day. I know they're going to make it unlimited because you can literally farm Ginyu in a day if they make it unlimited. So I know they're going to have a cap as to where you can do it, okay, maybe 3, 5, 10 times a day. I hope it's 5. I feel like 5 is a very appropriate spot. It's not too much, not too little. I feel like it's very appropriate because not only do you awaken LR Ginyu, but you do awaken other units as well. And you need to share the medals up. You can't just put all your eggs in one basket, right? The other units are pretty good, so I would say definitely worth to Dokkan Awaken. Almost all of them, honestly. Wow. This Shinron here, I know it's Shinron. Very decent unit. I wouldn't really say he fits on what extreme tech is, simply because he has nothing that's linkable in that team. I mean, he doesn't really have much links at all. He has 2, 4, 6 links. Okay, whatever. Shadow Dragon Link, that's relevant in team. Shock and Speed, somewhat relevant because you have Golden Frieza. And that's about it. I can't think of that's relevant. Gentlemen's are pretty irrelevant. Cold Judgment, pretty irrelevant. GT, pretty relevant. Shattering Limits, pretty relevant. So he has 1 link on the team, being with 1 unit, Golden Frieza, who is arguably not even optimal, quote, suboptimal for that team anyway. So I wouldn't go out of my way to Dokkan Awaken him. If anything, put him on a on the Omega team. I believe the category is wow. I don't have Omega, the Fizz Omega that has a category. The Shadow Dragon's Arc, there we go. I had to think about that one for a second. So he can actually fit there, which is actually a very good option for that team because that team having such a big buff, being 150, he has an 80% attack upon the passing, so he's going to hit somewhat decent. He does raise attack for 3 turns, so that's actually pretty decent as well. So I would say that's the only team you can fit him on. Of course, Omega having shocking speed, pretty appropriate there as well. So he fits there, but beyond that, I wouldn't go to my way to prioritize him with a Dokkan Awakening. These androids, they are actually good. I'm impressed, man. I really am. So this guy, I kind of want to say he's very good on the team. His own team being Extreme Tech, of course, with the Super Saiyan 3 Broly. Super Saiyan 3 Broly doesn't have Fear and Faith. He has Fear and Faith. So he doesn't link for Ki with Broly, but he links with Ki for the LR Rose and Zamasu. He links a Ki for Merge Zamasu. He links for Ki with who else has Fear and Faith? Fear and Faith, Fear and Faith. Damn it, TUR. Rose and Zamasu. If you do happen to pull another one, which you can TUR, and then you can have the LR. You can run both of them on the same team. This guy has a Nightmare. That's almost across the board on the entire team. This guy has Metamorphosis. I believe 1 unit shares that off the top of my head. Who might it be? I have no idea. He has Android Link, so there's no real tech Android that is appropriate on the team that would fit perfectly. I would say maybe Android 18, the waifu one, but she doesn't even Dokkan Awaken. She's just an SSR. When she Dokkan Awaken, she might be more, I guess, a better option, but currently she's not. His passive is amazing for the team because that team does lack, I guess, Ki across the board. Him being self-sufficient after 8 Ki is very, very amazing. 4 Ki plus 70% attack up. He's going to hit somewhat decently. So I think he's actually a perfect. I don't want to say perfect. He's an extremely good option to put on that team when it does drop. That's going to make the team better overall. And he has a 12 speed multiplier, 140%. So that's very good. Very, very good right there. I'm going to take that. Lowers defense, very relevant. Very just casually lowers, but not even greatly. So get out of here. This guy now, let me go back one more step. This guy now, Extreme Tech gets a lot of flag. Extreme Tech is deemed to be the worst 120 lead team in the game by some people in the community that's, very knowledgeable. I mean, like, like you can make an argument for the team being crappy. You can make the argument for the team being the worst team in the game. You can make an argument. I don't believe that, but I can see how someone would argue that with me. Now, this guy, I think he fits two roles that the team needs. The team needs another damage dealer, and they need someone to provide key/orbs. He provides orbs, very good. He has Fear and Faith with some units being Janimba, Fear and Faith. I believe Android 18. Does she have Fear and Faith? I believe she does. So he has a link with certain units that's going to help out the entire team overall. He doesn't have it with Wuhan, and Kibu doesn't have Fear and Faith, so we know that. He doesn't have relevant key link, but he does provide Rainbow Orbs. Rainbow Orbs will create paths for units to get super attacks off. The team lacks links. So if you can have a unit that provides orbs, then you're going to have a better opportunity to get links. Get super attacks off by the path of the actual map. And he has a 50% attack up, so he can't hit hard, but he can hit harder than the majority of the supporter units. For example, if you have Android 18 on team, she provides intelligence sword. She changes Rainbow to intelligence, but she doesn't hit. She has like a 30% attack, but she doesn't do damage. He can kind of be a damage dealer somewhat. Like, you have to invest into him. You have to invest a little bit of orbs. You have to get him super attack 10. You have to invest into him. And if you do, and you put him under that 120 team, then he will hit relatively decent. So he does fill somewhat two roles on the team, being a unit that can provide super attacks for other units and also being somewhat of a hard hitter himself somewhat. So I would definitely put him on team. I would say he's almost a staple with his Dokkan Awakening, so that's going to be available to people if you happen to have the units and you happen to get the medals. So yes, moving on. And now this is probably the best unit outside of the LR. This is going to be Dokkan Awakening Cooler. Same thing I just said about the team. This guy solves almost every issue the team has. Almost every issue the team has, because you already have Turles on the team. He's there. You have Scouter Vegeta. He's there. You need one top tier support unit that can fit that last slot, because you already have Kid Boos. You already have a Buhan. You already have Janimba. You have Turles. You have Scouter Vegeta. You need one more unit. This guy literally fits that bill because we need key. Kid Buu doesn't have links. We need someone to give him key. Look at his passive. Extreme types 2 key, plus an additional attack up by 30%, so he fits. It's almost a toss-up between him and Android 13, because Android 13, he doesn't provide the key as a passive, but he provides orbs to get super attacks off for units, so it kind of mimics what a key passive would have been, providing rainbow orbs, but at the same time, that can be somewhat inconsistent. It can be, because I believe he changes tech to rainbow, so if you don't have any sufficient tech orbs on the field, then, let's say if you have tech orbs, but they're on the top portion of the map, and on the bottom portions like, blues and, other colors, orange or whatever, that situation where Android 13 isn't really going to come in too helpful, because he changes orbs on the upper portion of the map and you can't get those orbs, of course. So this guy is way more consistent. He provides 2 key just as is, no restriction beyond extreme typing. So if you're an extreme type, then boom. It's not in, like, you can even put him on a villain's team, yo. Wow, extreme types across the board. That's overkill. If you put him on a villain's team, you have Rose himself 3 key, you have Goku Black on global 3 key, you have this guy 2 key. There's 0 key issues, none. It doesn't exist. Plus, he has an amazing links at Fear and Faith, Nightmare, Shocking Speed. That by itself is good, along with having Storm's Clan in space, not really relevant. Thirst of Conquest, linking with Turles. Very good. 140% 12 key multiplier, very good. Yes, he's probably the best unit of the bunch outside the LRs. That's going to be Dokkan Awakening for the Battlefield medals, very good. This guy, not a fan of. He's bad. So let's just Dokkan Awaken him. And he has a very specific 12 key multiplier of 133%, so that's something, I guess. I don't like him. His passive isn't difficult to maintain because 99% are below. That's one hit and you have that. Your passive is there. But he gets a flat out 18,000 attack. There's nothing substantial. Like, he'll hit, but he's not going to hit hard. And for being STR, he has 0 key links, no Fear and Faith. He has Shattering the Limits. That's something. I got to give that to him, but it's not like prevalent, I guess, on that team. So no Shocking Speed, no Fear and Faith. He has Brutal Beatdown, Nightmare, Wall Standing Tall. I guess he can kind of link some with the sexy, quote, sub-sexy Boo, dancing Boo, whatever you want to call him. But beyond that, it's not a good option. Doesn't really hit harder than anyone else, honestly. I think the sexy Boo SSR hits harder than him. So, yeah, he's there. I would say he's almost on the bottom of this list here. And now we go over to the Super Saiyan Goku here, the last of the... I don't think I looked at the Vegeta. I'm going to look at the Vegeta after this. I don't think I gave him attention, but let me do that. So, Dokkan Awakens to this guy. Look, he's just like a little mini Broly here with the friggin' muscle mass. So, I don't like his passive. I don't like it. Okay, the restriction of 50% or above for that little buff being 10,000 attack and 5,000 defense. It's not that... okay, if that was 30% or above, it would be nice, but if it's going to be 50% or above, buff it more. Because that restriction on that specific team being Super Fizz, I mean, it's not hard to maintain, though. You got Vegito Blue, you have LR Trunks, they can tank. I mean, it's not, you can maintain it, but it's just kind of annoying. It really is, man, because if you happen to take 2 supers in one rotation and you happen to get under 50%, and he happens to show up in the next slot, he's not going to have his passive. His passive isn't even that substantial to where it's going to be that big of a difference, but he does somewhat kind of tank. If you put him in the system with that passive, you know, somewhat. High chance stun, I think that equates to about 50%. Yeah, there we go. Super attack has 50% chance stun. Enemy for 2 turns. There we go. 12 multiplier, 135. Links like whatever. I wouldn't put him on the team. He's an option. I don't somewhat. Yeah, high chance stun. Like his gimmick is stunning. He has that going for himself. So we know about that. Let me look at the Vegeta. I don't think I gave the Vegeta any attention. None at all. So let me actually take a look at him. Vegeta getting shot again. Shout out to Vegeta, man. Oh god. The guy can't stop getting shot, so not a fan. I know what the card does. So HP 80% or below, attack and defense 90%. So 90% is a very good buff. Yes, very good. He would fit so nicely on the team. I don't know why he doesn't have Saiyan Pride. Literally every Vegeta in the game has Saiyan Pride. Even the Super Strike Vegetas, I believe. Let me actually confirm. I don't want to say stuff in there that's not accurate. I believe the Super Strike Vegetas also have Saiyan Pride. I do want to confirm that before I go on a tangent and rip him to shreds. Scouter Vegeta, please. Super Strike Vegeta, where are you at? Yeah, here we go. So this is Vegeta. Saiyan Pride. Does a Kid Vegeta Super Strike have Saiyan Pride? Because if he does, then boy. The Kid Vegeta doesn't have Saiyan Pride. Okay, that's fine. He's a kid, but the Scouter Vegeta does. So the Scouter Vegeta farmable free-to-play card has Saiyan Pride, 15% attack up, but this guy, Super Saiyan 2 Dokkan Awakens from one hardest middles to get in the game, doesn't have Saiyan Pride. You know, I guess it's whatever. He has Revival, so I guess he kind of needs that because he's an angel at this point right now, but he does damage, and he has restriction is bad. It's not horrible, it's just kind of annoying, honestly, so I wouldn't run him. If he has Saiyan Pride, then I would think about it, but I wouldn't run him beyond that. So anyways, guys, and we know about the LRs, like Ginyu. Oh my freaking Ginyu, where's Ginyu? Give Ginyu some love right here, man. Ginyu? I love Ginyu. I want Ginyu. Ginyu is good. He's an LR. That 18 key super may colossal damage. All allies buffed by 30% defense. I believe he's the only unit in the entire game. If my memory serves me correctly, he's the only unit that buffs defense for other allies, because we have units who buff their own defense. We've seen it multiple times happening, but we have never seen a unit who buff other allied defense. So that's overkill for Cooler. That's overkill for full power Frieza with dupes. That's disgusting. It really is. So very good. Passive words like what? Like okay, a villain's team is just dumb. Like it is stupid with key links. Like okay, I'm talking about Global because Global has that 3 key passive Goku Black now. This guy on Global just rolls 3 key, Goku Black 3 key, this guy 3 key. I love it. I love it. I love it. Fear and Faith, Shock and Speed. He doesn't have the best link set, but he has Shock and Speed. He has Fear and Faith. He has Legendary Power. The other links are irrelevant, but I don't care about that. I like the card. I want him, so I cannot wait to have a chance to finally get him on JP first, and then hopefully he comes sooner than later to Global. But this seems to be a possibility, guys, with all the new stuff dropping. Mainly being Dokkan Battlefield that I'm talking about. So we have no idea when it will return. We have no idea what the actual, up and coming dates are. We know that the medals are currently available in Bob Shop, so you can get those. But Battlefield itself, we don't have any additional information beyond what we have here. So I'm excited for when it does return. I'm excited for it to come to global whenever that happens as well. So I know long video, long video, but I just don't want to talk about it, guys. So I'm excited, man. I want LR getting you, and I want a chance to Dokkan Weekend LR go whenever I do pull him. And I will try on JP now that the medals are available. Because the thing is that's all held me back on JP with doing LR summons is because I don't want to pull LR Gohan. I was all afraid to pull him and I can't Dokkan Weekend him. But now the medals are available. Boom. JP making that return, boys. So anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. Long video. Jesus Lord. Freaking 20 minutes. Like, share, comment down below. If you're not subscribed, make it a thing. Sub to the boy. And I'll see you in another video, guys. Thank you all once again. Yes.